Hey everyone, welcome back to JP Reacts, where we look at Reddit to see what's happening in politics and religion. Today is another religious one. It's basically a Christian versus somebody that is an atheist. Well, it's not exactly in the best light. Let's see after this. All right, this post comes from r/atheism. Let's take a look. All right, so this person posts, when someone asks, have you accepted Jesus into your heart? I always respond, I'm not stupid enough to be a Christian. Wow, that's kind of being a dick, huh? So I don't know what's going on with this person. I get that Christianity is pushed on. I kind of talked about this in one of my previous videos. Christianity is the dominant religion in the United States, and it is pushed on everybody that's non-Christian, but you don't have to be an ass about how you respond to people. That's never really a productive way. Let's see if he gives a little bit more context in this post. Okay, so here's what the rest of the post says. It says, the other day I was at a gathering with a few friends and someone's wife asked me about my spiritual life. I told her I don't have a spiritual life because I prefer thinking for myself, which means not accepting what other people tell me uncritically and on faith. Well, everybody needs to believe in something, she said. Well, I don't, I told her. I'm different. A brief silence followed while she pondered what to say next. Why haven't you accepted Jesus into your heart, she blurted out. I'm not stupid enough to be a Christian. She looked at me flabbergasted for a moment. She was at a loss for words. You heard me, I'm not stupid enough to be a Christian. I'll pray for you, she said. I'll think for you, I responded, and that was that. Another Christian put back in its place. So, wow. I guess everybody clapped at the end, right? You forgot to probably put that into his post. Yeah, I get it's frustrating when people ask you very personal questions and intrusive. It could be seen as intrusive, and it can get bothersome if you have to face those questions every day. But it's in nobody's really interest to answer people in that way. Why be instantly antagonistic to somebody who just asked you what they probably see as a very common, simple question, right? They probably assumed you were Christian, because most people in the United States are, and they were just wondering which denomination you believed in or how active you were in the church or whatever it might be. Or maybe they knew you were atheist and they were trying to convert you. Who knows, right? But what's the point of being mean and dismissive and condescending like this person is? You're not changing anybody's mind when you do stuff like that. You're making people think, oh, he's an atheist, he's an asshole, and everybody else, all atheists are like that, which they're not. I could be an ass, but it's not because I'm an atheist, it's just that sometimes it comes out that way. But yeah, that wasn't the right way to do it. It says, hey, you could just say something, yeah, I'm an atheist, I don't really have any spirituality or any type of spiritual life. If she asks a follow-up question about that, you say, it's just not for me, and change the subject. Or something nice. You know, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be super. You don't have to engage in the conversation, but you don't have to be mean about it either. So, let's see. There's a comment here I wanted to highlight. Let's check it out. All right. It says, I always try to be pretty respectful of people's religions unless they are trying to shove it down my throat. I try not to engage in it. Some people need that warm, fuzzy feeling that thinking something bigger than them is looking out for them. Some people have undergone trauma, etc. And that's what keeps them going. As long as they're not doing any harm or trying to spread that, they can believe whatever they want, even if it's nonsense. A good friend of mine died about 10 years ago from long illness, and she started getting very into some quirky religious beliefs over the final few months. If it gave her some level of peace when she eventually passed, there's no harm done, and at no point would I have considered disrespecting her beliefs. That guy in town with the loudspeaker blaring crap about homosexuality is a sin, and the giant sign saying we're all going to hell, however, is a different matter altogether. I don't know if you saw this. So this says, and everybody clapped. That's basically what. So, yeah, I totally agree with this post. It's always better to be more respectful. If they're not hurting you or hurting anybody, what's the point, right? Obviously, if you're in a religious discussion where you're trying to make points back and forth, that's different. But in this situation, it's just a social situation. You're just trying to make conversation. Doesn't do anybody any good to be so antagonistic as this poster was. So hopefully not everybody that's an atheist is this way, and You can, if you ever do come across an atheist and you're not one, they treat you with a little bit more respect than this person did. What do you think? Should he, if you are an atheist, did this person cross the line? Were they right in line? Would you have handled it any differently? If you're religious in any way, if you came across somebody that was an atheist and you asked these type of questions, can you see how they could be perceived as intrusive? And how would you respond if somebody said something like, no, I'm just an atheist, I don't have a spiritual life? I'd like to hear what both sides have to say about this. Hopefully you enjoyed this post and you liked this video. Subscribe if you're new, but until I see you around the internet, you have a great night. Bye.